Don't you forget about Keith. No, 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 no. Hello all, my name is Patrick and welcome to Fun with First Names, where each week we look into the meaning, origin and some extra fun facts behind one specific first name. And this week we're looking into the first name of Keith. However, before we start, I just want to say I've been using Instagram a lot at the moment, something I never thought I'd really get into, but I'm really enjoying the platform. It's a really fun way to sort of share pictures. I've been using it for some sort of behind the scene pictures and also just pictures from my daily life in general, really. It's been really fun interacting with people on there and sort of showing you guys some of the stuff that goes on away from Name Explain from my life in general. However, the only issue is I haven't ever really published Instagram or sort of pushed it forward. So I've only got about 300 followers or so on there. So because of that, we have a goal for September. I would love to hit 500 Instagram followers by the end of September. So if you have Instagram, go follow me on there. My name is Name Explain YT on there. Just search Name Explain, I should pop up. There'll probably be a link down below. So let's hit 500 followers on Instagram for the end of September. Anyway, on with today's name of Keith. And of course, Keith is predominantly a boy's name. Spelling variations of it include K-I-E-T-H, K-E-A-T-H, and wait for this one, C-E-I-T-E-A-C-H, which if you haven't guessed, that's the Celtic version of the name. And as there is a Celtic version of the name, it should be no surprise to hear that Keith is a name of Scottish origins. It actually began life as a surname of all things, meaning things like forest and woods. So I imagine it would have been a geographical surname for someone who lived in a forest or woods. However, one idea is that it's thought to more specifically come from this huge country manor house in Scotland called Keith Marshall. I'm not sure if Keith the name came first and gave its name to this palace, or if the palace came first and gave us the name Keith. Who knows? And it stayed as just a surname up until the 19th century. It was only after the 19th century when it started to transition it into a first name, and it's a first name as we know it today. Though I also read other theories that might mean things like warrior or even battleground, which are really exciting, extreme, cool meanings for this name. And perhaps it could do with those exciting meanings, because Keith unto itself isn't the most exciting name, I'm afraid. Keith has built this image for itself as being a really dull, boring name for really dull, boring people. Like, I think even Family Guy had a joke about it. I'm not too sure, I don't really watch the show that much. But of course, that's just a stereotype, and it's really unfair to judge names by the stereotype associated with them. I'm sure there are many exciting, interesting Keiths around there. I hope you're an exciting Keith watching this. God, Exciting Keith would be a really good band name, or it's what I should call my fans. Hello, Exciting Keiths. But anyway, where has this image of it being a really boring, dull name even come from? Because for a time, Keith wasn't a dull name. It was quite an exciting name, as it was a name for quite exciting people, as we'll mention in our famous Keith section in a moment. Well, I think Keith is just a casualty in naming trends. Keith was a hugely popular name in the 60s and 70s, and all those exciting young people of the 60s and 70s have sort of grown up into middle-aged boring men of today, hence why that name is associated with boring middle-aged men of today. And the name in of itself has become kind of dull and uninteresting. Though I must once again stress that that is a stereotype. Please don't presume I'm saying all Keiths are boring. I'm sure you're not all boring Keiths. I'm sure you're exciting Keiths. 100% Exciting Keith is going to be a name for my audience, so I'm going to call you guys now. Thank you so much, me. And because of this image that Keith isn't a really exciting name and it's quite dull these days, it hasn't really survived that well in modern times. In the USA, it's the 554th most popular name, where, as I mentioned, it really did peak in the 60s and 70s. However, in the UK, it's the 1,869th most popular name. In 2019, there were just 12 baby Keiths born. Just 12. How insane is that? Just 12 baby Keiths out there in 2019. We need to find them. If you know any of these baby Keiths who were born in 2019 in the UK, let me know. I want to meet these new baby Keiths. I bet they're exciting Keiths, that's for sure. And as I mentioned, there were some really exciting Keiths in the 60s and 70s. Most notably Keith Moon of The Who, their mad drummer man who blew up drums and drove into lakes, I believe. I don't know, my rock culture isn't that well known, especially The Who. I'm not the biggest fan of The Who. And another band I'm not a particularly big fan of is the Rolling Stones. But of course they have Keith Richards, their guitarist, singer. I can't remember, but Keith Richards is one of the Rolling Stones, I think. I should have checked this. You guys watch Name Explain for highly researched content, and here we go. I'm not too sure who Keith Richards is. And of course, we have to talk about a wrestler with the name Keith, and luckily we have a super exciting Keith. Exciting Keiths, man, I can't stop saying it. Exciting Keith of wrestler, and that is of course Keith Lee, former NXT champion, former NXT North American champion, currently on the Raw main roster. Hopefully he's going to be a huge star, main eventing WrestleMania at some point. And of course, we can't forget about him. Don't you forget about Keith. Don't you Forget about Keith. No, 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 no. But anyway, that's just about everything about the first name Keith. But what are your thoughts on this name? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you know anyone with the name Keith? Are you called Keith yourself? Let me know down in the comments below. And of course, I just want to share some of the thoughts you guys had about last week's name of Jessica. Meme Bike says, I have a good friend called Jessie, and while it's a nickname for Jessica, I think the male version of Jessie stems from the Bible, as Jesus himself is sometimes shortened as Jesse there, at least in the German version. I'm not super sure it has come from there, but just want to bring this up, and thank you so much for bringing that up, Meme Bike. This is definitely something I really glazed over in that episode, the boy's name of Jessie, where that was just about the girl's name of Jessica, but the intention with fun with first names is that we're going to loop back on ourselves. If you hadn't noticed already, I'm kind of going boy name, girl name, boy name, girl name. The next time we do fun with first names, it's going to be girl name, boy name. So we began with a boy a name. Next time we're going to have a girl a name. So next time when it's a J boy name, we'll talk about Jessie, maybe, if you guys vote for it. Info Games says, you should create your own English words like Shakespeare and explain its definition and etymology. So, long-time viewers, and this is going way far back, almost 5 years now, that's how long I've been making these videos for. Long-time viewers will know all about gangagoo, the word I've tried to popularise for some time now. Its definition is it's a generic word used as a placeholder when you need to use other words. That's what it is, gangagoo. Go make it popular, get it in the dictionary please. And Rocco simply left the comment, shark spear, which is, perfect. That video was about Shakespeare. I had a shark on my head. That pun was only made to happen. Why didn't I think of it? Thank you, Rocco, for thinking of shark spear. Could we get an actual drawing of shark spear, please? If someone could do a fan art of shark spear and then tag me on Instagram. Oh, bringing it back to my call to action. Yes, someone draw shark spear on Instagram, tag me in it, and I'll be very, very happy, thank you. Anyway, next time on Fun with First Names, we'll be looking at the first name to start with the letter L, and what name that will be exactly will be chosen in a poll exclusively for my patrons to vote on. So if you enjoyed this show, want to help support a Name Explain, and have a say in what names get explained in the future, please do consider supporting on Patreon. It helps out in a huge way. And while we hit that amazing target of $600 a month, we've still got quite a long way to go before we hit our ultimate target of $1,000 a month. So if you can help in any way and want to help, that's the most important thing. If you want to and can help, then please do. Just $2 or just $1 a month helps out in a huge way. Anyway, that's just about everything from myself now. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, NameExplainYT. There'll be a link down below. Hopefully 500 followers by the end of September. It's going to be a really fun time, I promise you. Okay guys, take care.